How's it going, everyone? Session here. Welcome back to Resident Evil Requiem.
Still have a ways to go. I wonder if Leon's made it yet.
Last time we left off, we had done a little bit of early monitoring to understand what kind of terrors await us. We do have ourselves a magnetic key, and looking at the map, we have ourselves two decisions. We go down through the anteroom into the weapon repository here. I did see that there were liquors here, which tells me that there's going to be probably a lot more things as well. But also we have ourselves the chemical storage and sterilization chamber that also contains a bioweapon repository here as well. Now, I think realistically we have to go through both entrances, of course, because of whatever that we need to access the doorway that's here. So I believe, in my own personal thought process, I'm going to first go back through the chamber because we have ourselves the chamber safe, and I would like to go back through here and access this pathway. The problem, though, is there is a liquor that is still navigating that area. Now, I'm of the mindset I will try and put it to the test because I didn't do it last time. I thought it was a lot easier to just like sneak around in a sense, but I will try to use the hemolytic injector on the liquor if I have the chance. Oh, I think that's the safe right there. Oh, that is the safe right there. Okay, so that's what I want to try and do. I'm going to try and see if I can sneak up on it. Oh, I can. Let's go. Okay, perfect. I think now as a result of this too, there's no more, shouldn't be anything else around this area for me to deal with it, so. Okay, I want that bottle. Okay, 10, 90, 20, 10, 20. Ah, okay, cool. So it was for this. Med injector, handgun bullets, Molotov. That comes in handy. Okay. Oh no. So because also I shot, I'm not under the immediate impression that there's any more liquors looking about, which is good actually. Did I go in that room and then? Oh, there's a knife in the other room. There's also blood. What's my blood count at? 80? No, I'm okay. Okay, I'm gonna come back over here real quick. Grab that knife that was on here somewhere. Cool. Now, okay. I only have one more inventory space, so that's okay. Objectively, I just want to make sure that we can. No. Oh shoot. There's a transfusion bag there. Oh damn, this place got like. Okay, there's an item there that I can touch. I'm just wondering if there's anything else to peek at while I'm here. Okay. No. Okay, let me think. I'm not under the immediate impression that Molotovs stack. It's worth a tech. Oh, I can. Okay, perfect, actually. Okay, cool. So now what I want to do is I want to grab this transfusion bag. I want to use this. We had 100. Cool. Now I'm just hoping that we can open. What in the world? Animus orb. A beautiful crimson orb. One of the objects needs to enter the administration area within the arc. Holy that did correction. That did work. Thank goodness for that situation. Okay. Hopefully I can just kind of like walk out of here. Wow, that was like one of the... Okay. Talk about like opportunity. I don't necessarily need the blood that's there, but whatever. I'm just hoping that nothing... I'm not under the immediate impression. Okay, that's good. Okay. Here, let's go through this. Let's put this in here. Oh, so there's a chance that the other one's white. Okay. Okay, so now here's the more dangerous situation, because the next area that we have to go through now is definitely comprised of the rooms that are down here. So I'm just gonna try to be very careful about how I can... I'm gonna like check my inventory real quick. Let's see. I'm actually gonna put that away just because I'm kind of on the fence about it personally, so there's that. I think that's actually all. Okay, cool. Okay. So now, let's go deal with the more dangerous area. I'm really glad that the Molotov worked the way that it did. Getting that like triple, and also like not alerting the zombie, triple checking, on that table was a very solid play. So I'm glad for that, actually. Now the problem with this situation with the upcoming room is, of course, the fact that there are in fact a lot of potential threats that I'm not exactly trying to deal with, but of course if we have to, we have to. Now I think realistically it does make a lot of sense if I could, but I can't, unfortunately. I was hoping that I'd be able to make like a hemolytic injector, but because I can't, I'll probably try and play it like a little careful, because knowing that the hemolytic worked versus the liquor up above, I'm hoping that I can apply the same kind of concept when it comes to the liquors that are down here, because I definitely hear one already. We did see one as well last time, so there it is. Okay. Now the challenge is understanding. I have 2 weapons that I can use to easily combat liquors. That's good. I would use the bottle of acid as a first measure. There's definitely more than one. Oh, and there's a zombie. Oh, shoot. Do I have empty bottles? I do have an empty. I wonder if the 2 liquors can be put next to each other. trying to think though, because I need the bottle to make the acid and the Molotov. That's the problem. I don't necessarily want to just throw the bottle and put it to waste per se. My bottle usage is kind of limited. Although, wait, I have an idea. Okay. Just in case you're wondering what happened, I actually went back to grab the scraps. So that I can actually turn them into hemolytics. So now I noticed that these things are like pods I can open up. So my thought process is that one of these pods has the little orb thing that I need to get back to the administration room. But what the problem is, as well as like I want to try and be as quiet and careful as possible. I don't have an immediate answer to how many lickers are in this area, but this upcoming one right here, I'm going to try and kill it. And then hopefully I can get some blood out of it if possible. If not, it's okay, because then I'll probably use the acid on the other one, and then we'll try to deal with it like that. Or the Molotov as well. The Molotov is also like a pretty good option too, so. Oh, wait. That works. Okay, so I think now I actually have the freedom to observe this area. There's definitely more than one. Where's that one at? Oh, shoot. Back up. Okay, on the bright side though, we got blood, which is good. I can make another hemolytic or Molotov. Okay. Let's just try to see what else is around here. Two scraps. Two scraps. And then there's also the knife, actually. think the only thing is to just go up those stairs. Yeah. Wait, this could be really good, actually. It lived? Oh my god, it lived. Wait, but I'm also full on blood. Oh no, wait, no, I'm not. Oh no. There's... Damn it. The problem is that I don't have... Okay, this is tough. I can hemolytic both of them, but I have to deal with the one that's in my left. I don't know if I can kill the one to the right with just like my gun. Okay. With 2 scrap and the knife, I can make up to like 3 more hemolytics if I find enough blood. Where's the liquor that's over here?
AI Control Center. NOAA. Reboot failure. No response. Containment protocol inactive. Containment protocol inactive.
Yo, that scared the f out of me. Lab Unit 1 floor plan. I'm in the operations room. There's a study and an elevator into the archives. Okay. So I went into the clean room. The chemical storage, the cellular station for the repository 2, the lab entrance, the lobby, the monitor control room. Okay, cool. The enter room, the came downstairs. Our repository open, operations rooms where I currently am at, and then the room that I have not yet accessed is the study and the elevator. Okay, wait. Wait, if I jump over this, then it's probably gonna alert them. This is so tough, man. making sure. I'm under the impression that if I take this orb, it's gonna close that door. The noblesse boy orb.
This is it. I did it.
Wait, it didn't. There's a med injector there, which is helpful. Anything else immediately scan worthy? No. Why wouldn't... Okay, here's the thing. Why would I go over and wake him up there and then make my way back around through and through? I don't think I even have to do that. Also, I don't know what's in any of these, like, pods, but I'm not even gonna try and deal with it because I know for sure that there's zombies inside there. They were kind of banging on the, I can also hear them, so... Now, one thing I am okay with doing, if I can, is using the hemolytic to kill that one, and then just going back around. And I do have a bottle of acid as well, worst case scenario too. So. Don't trust it still. Don't trust it still. Yo, that gave me a fucking... The problem is that I don't have blood to deal with them both. That was insane, by the way. This isn't open. Oh, but these two open. I can't go over this, though. Oh. Okay, I have blood. I have scrap. Worst case scenario, I can make hemolytic, but... Oh my gosh. Yo, that was nuts. I'm not gonna hold you. Okay. Let me just like mental. Yo, when they both, the sound of that explosion with the situation was actually like so nuts, dude. Yo, that gave me like a real like near death experience of a heart attack. Holy crap. Okay. On the right side though, we can at least keep moving. I do not have anything to deal with the you know, all I have is a gun right now, so hopefully that's all I need. Oh shoot. Oh wait, that's me. What in the world? What the f... It's me. Why am I at the... Huh. Yeah, well... Access log, first assembly minutes. Checking database access request. The following data was found. Minutes of the first assembly meeting as transcribed by AI Control Center NOAA. The defense. The leakage of the T virus has caused an epidemic. If things continue like this, all eyes will be focused on Raccoon City. KD. KD. There's nothing to worry about. Ark has been secured. Commence the missile strike. KD? Who's... Wait, I gotta think about this one. I have no idea. Oh man. The defense, we are lacking presidential authorization. KD, the organization is involved. There's no need for the usual procedures. The blame will fall solely on Spencer. Understood by the defense. With this, Umbrella will be dismantled and will seize their assets. The transcript ends here. Who in the world is KD? Oswald Spencer. Ashcroft, no. I don't have a clue. It's like the disc from the beginning, right?
Something important. I'll
Do I
explain
still
later.
have that? Oh, it's another disc I've had. The creator, letter from Patrick, interview notes. The creator. Oh, it's
Shutting
Mom.
yourself away in a dark room like this is quite the change for you
It's Mom.
after the life you've led.
Life takes unexpected turns, don't you think?
Looking back, do you feel that the choices you've made have contributed to your present circumstances?
Spencer.
Of course. What you sow, you reap. Isn't that the natural order?
So, tell me, Lord Spencer, what would you like the world to know?
the truth. But a short break before we begin, Miss Ashcroft. I'm not a young man. I don't have the energy I once did.
Mom talked to Spencer before she died.
Why would Mom hide this?
Okay. Back in biz. Fuck.
You all right, Leon?
I am now. Grace cleared the way for me.
That's not what I'm talking about. Your body can't take much more.
I'm gonna settle this. You just send us a chopper for immediate evacuation.
Containment breach. System-wide surveillance failure detected.
Surveillance failure. Oh man. You know it's a problem if they give me Requiem bullets. So here's a problem, of course, because obviously the laboratory is infested with mutants and zombies, right? So that means that like, what I'm going to be dealing with is the same thing I dealt with on the other side.
Over there. Easy as pie.
Leon is reaching his limit. Sudden bouts of coughing and blurred vision will cause him to falter. He can only wait for these effects to subside. Wait, if
Oh, shit. You've got to be kidding me.
if I'm gonna be able to, if I'm coughing and making all this noise, it's gonna backfire for me against the lickers. Oh man. Okay, this is gonna become quite a conundrum that I don't want to deal with, but oh, okay. That's gonna be super tough, man, I'm telling you. I need to repair my armor. Also, oh, I see. I don't have enough inventory space to buy this technically, but now I do. Okay. We have to be very careful because the blurred vision and coughing is, like I said, it's going to backfire on me. I don't know how quickly and immediately I'm going to be able to deal with lickers with that condition, but we'll find out.
Security threat detected. Elevator shutdown in effect. Override key authorization required.
I have to go around the hallway to the left side. I don't. Oh man. There's 3 of them down there?
This must be the room.
Wait, I can't. Okay. I understand that part now. Man. Shoot, the other one's in the way. What the f? Oh no. Bastard. Okay. I don't know where it came from, but it literally came at me up the stairs.
I'll take out as many of you fuckers as I can.
Wait, what? Bastard. Okay. I definitely gotta be careful with my Requiem bullets, though.
Haven't changed much, have ya?
I am finding immense value out of the rifle right now. Can I make him rifle ammo? Perfect. Oh, shoot. I gotta remember though that I can, like, oh. No! I saw like the opportunity to like melee. I tried. It didn't work out for me. It's okay. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Override bioweapon key repository 11. Okay. So now with that key, we go through here, back around. I feel like I already don't remember this. Oh, it's this. Gotcha. Nope, I remember. It was that one room that was like dark. Like 5 or 6 in this room. Can't break that. Holy crap, dude.
Eat this.
No! Yo, this is nuts. Oh. That first toss backfired so badly. Holy
Warning, autoclave compromised. Pod lockdown unavailable.
Wait, what?
Memory corrupt. Self-repair functionality offline. Air thermometer warning. Pod lockdown unavailable.
Yeah. Let's get this over with.
The elevator will arrive shortly. The elevator has arrived.
Almost there. Not done yet.
Okay. Okay.
What kind of legacy do you want to leave behind?
My research opened Pandora's box, unleashing disaster upon the world.
Except Elpis, the goddess of hope? Or so the myth goes.
A blind hope.
What do you mean?
Humans cannot predict when death will come for them. This is why they have hope. I was wrong, and I am plagued by guilt. Happiness cannot be achieved at the expense of others. I think that's enough for today.
Why did you accept my request for an interview? Who is that? Is that one of your subjects?
Of course not. She was alone in the world. I took her in to make amends.
Is she...
Perfectly normal. Just an average child needing a home. She is my hope. Aren't you beautiful? Would you like to hold her?
Oh,
Her?
okay.
Oh. Oh my god, no.
She's adorable. What's her name?
Grace.
Grace. Is there anything else you'd like to tell me?
I've said my piece. I only hope it serves as a requiem for those who have passed.
Leon.
There's no way. Wait, the lighthouse. It's Spencer's office. No way.
This is finally my chance to do something. Leon! Leon! Oh no. Oh, hey, it's me. It's Grace. Oh, please wake up. Come on. Wake up, wake up. Hey.
Hey, you. I was just resting my eyes.
You're okay. Oh, let me help you.
Let's do this.
Okay. I don't know the password.
It's okay. Soon left it wide open for us. Any wrong code will do. It'll destroy Opus.
Let's try.
Grace, whatever it takes. I can buy you some time.
No. No, I have an idea.
I trust you. I trust you.
So, the prodigal daughter returns.
I know the password.
Fulfill your destiny, and all will be forgiven.
Only if you let Leon live.
Very well.
What does the creator desire? Oh, I can either destroy it or release it. Well, remember, he understood that happiness is found within oneself. It can't be found in others. His whole entire purpose of trying to create Elpis and destroy it, it wasn't about the destruction. It was about the requiem of it. So that means that Elpis isn't a virus. It's an antivirus. It's a cure. He did it to make amends for what he's done in the past. He understands everything that he did was in an attempt to find something beyond that of human life. That's what Elpis is.
Please know that you are my hope.
She is my hope. A blind hope.
Okay. This is it.
What are you doing, Grace?
Spencer regretted what he did. He...
Well done.
You promised.
Yes, that I would let him live. Mr. Kennedy, I give you the honor of experiencing my power firsthand.
I'm not sure Elpis is what you think it is. There's nothing special about me. I was never any king. Spencer wanted to make amends. He...
But you released Elpis. What is it? Tell me!
It's an
Leon!
antivirus.
Why? My powers!
Elpis is Spencer's atonement. It's an antiviral.
Amazing. I am humbled by my master's genius.
Your research was wrong. Elpis wasn't a weapon. There was never a key.
Spencer's paper was obviously incomplete. There was no connection between Grace and Emily.
Do you know how much time and money I wasted on this?
Don't you see the genius? With Elpis, all virus-based weapons are useless. The world order will be thrown into chaos.
We wanted a weapon.
Instead, Spencer gave us anarchy. I will carry his torch and bring his vision to life.
You? You and Spencer were a means to an end.
Yet he outwitted you all.
Spencer defied us and paid the price with his life. He was nothing.
You are nothing but an imitation.
It's over, Victor. The Connections is done with you!
We can't let him have it.
Your ignorance is staggering.
Leon, it's a cure. Oh, it's working. Leon, it's working. Wake up.
Now, let it all come down. All of it.
Grace, what happened?
It's gonna go! Grab something!
Grace! Time to bury Umbrella's last skeleton.
Spencer's vision lives through me, and I will see that it is brought to fruition.
And how many more will have to die for that vision?
Sacrifices must be made! In the grand scheme.
Not to me. I swore that I'd always protect those lives. I think you're reaching your limit.
What the?
I will not let those ideals win. Give it up! It's over. Good riddance. Nemesis. You're so damn relentless. Grace, where are you? Sherry. Sherry, come in. Sherry. Shit. Grace! Grace, hang on. Grace. Grace.
Leon.
We need to get you out of here. Come on. Let's get you out.
There's no way out, is there?
Well, I'm not gonna leave your side. I'm gonna sit right here with you.
I guess this is it then.
Leon S. Kennedy?
Depends who's asking.
Alpha, you read me, sir? Yeah, they're safe. I got them. Yes, sir. Mr. Kennedy, I have a message from Captain Redfield.
I'll be damned. Can't believe that antiviral actually worked. Feel better than I have in ages.
Oh, thank God. I'm glad you're okay.
We got a dose with your name on it. We'll be back in action in no time.
Thank you, Leon.
Would have been a lot smoother if Chris hadn't been so late to the party.
Where is Chris, anyway?
No idea. I'm sure I'll run into him at some point. Yeah, I'll call you back. It's over then.
Yeah. Well, this really was our last hope.
Well, let's pray Umbrella hasn't left us any more nasty surprises.
I wish we could have saved Emily.
Grace, I didn't hit any of her vitals. She could still be alive.
What are you saying?
Maybe we can save her.
She's at the...
The government has confirmed the existence of an actively trading bioweapons lab located here in the ruins of Raccoon City. The origin point for the worldwide spread of bioorganic weapons. This illegal facility appears to have been in operation for decades.
Sources say that the extension of the lockdown and the recent series of mysterious deaths may be related to tragic events in Raccoon City 28 years ago.
Evidence seized in Raccoon City has led the Justice Department to reopen its investigation into Oswald Spencer and the long-defunct Umbrella Corporation. Some believe the government deliberately drove Umbrella into bankruptcy.
The late Alyssa Ashcroft is credited with cracking the Oswald Spencer story. Conspiracy theorists are already claiming that she was killed in a cover-up, and that the organization responsible is secretly controlling our government.
Tonight, in a speech from the Oval Office, the president is expected to reject allegations of any government involvement since the Raccoon City incident.
Yo. Masterpiece game, dude. Whew. Listen, the experience of this game, absolutely incredible, unquestionably. Oh my gosh, dude. The thing is, that there's still so many unanswered questions. This game was insane, dude. Oh my god, I loved every second of it from start to finish. I truly did. I have so many theoretical constructs that I want to like put on like a board to come up with, honestly. I have so many questions. Oh my god, dude, incredible game. Oh my god. Okay. So let's kind of think about everything that's kind of persisted through and through, okay? So Grace Ashcroft has actually been one of the experiments that Oswald had, but not technically. She's a perfectly normal child, but wasn't meant to be part of any experiments. So then the thing is that, what actually caused Spencer to trust Alyssa with Grace? Grace was already named prior to everything that transpired. So I wonder what exactly allowed Spencer to put Grace in Alyssa's hands all this time. But then at the same time, it also raises a lot of questions also, because why exactly would they have wanted to come after Alyssa in the first place? I understand that she was doing research and digging in order to like kind of bring up like a lot of Umbrella's like actions and a lot of their plans. Like that makes a lot of sense. But the puzzling thing is, why were they after her in the beginning? Because Victor Gideon's people, basically, that were already affected by the mutation of the virus, were after her from the beginning, right? So the other thing is that the Umbrella Corporation is still not done with, right? Because when we went through the arc, it was pretty much explained that this is the North American branch of the arc, right? Like there's still the European branch. I'm sure there's probably a branch in a lot of places now that I think about it, because I'm trying to think about all the places that we've been to that like enabled the opportunity. So, for example, in previous iterations of things, we've been to places like Antarctica. They have a base that's there. We know that for sure. There's also the there's Raccoon City. There's also like kind of sort of like, I mean, Renwood is there, but it didn't have like an immediate like affectation to anything besides what we experienced at the very beginning. There's also like Tricell still involved, right? And that was the occurrence that happened in Africa. We've had the situation that occurred in China, and like also in Spain, and also in Europe, and also in France. Like there's actually so many places where Umbrella could still possibly be active, but I don't have an immediate answer to what that may actually persist to. So like I mean, the next steps of the plot for this, it does tell me like Chris is probably going to have some kind of further explanation as to what's occurring, right? Because I think that they're still in the process of dealing with just completely eliminating everything that Raccoon City has had with affectation to Umbrella, and of course the larger Umbrella at scale, right? So like that does make sense to me, but it still doesn't explain why exactly did we come after Alyssa in the first place. I understand why we came, like what Zeno is looking into, but then there's also that question too, because Zeno has, well, okay, so he gave me, to kind of like put the perspective into place, he gave me the impression that he was basically like a Jack Krauser, like, because it just made sense to me that that was the concept that I had in my mind in the moment. But the problem is that he died before we can actually figure anything out. He had a level of the mutation of the T virus in him that actually enhanced his abilities immensely, but he didn't succumb to everything that we've been seeing occur to everybody else, right? So his powers were actually very reminiscent of that of Ouroboros, but Ouroboros is a different type of virus that is the T mutation. There is the similarity because they're like both viruses are black, but I don't recall if Ouroboros is a mutation of the T virus. But there's also a very big difference between Ouroboros versus this mutation. But I think that if this mutation was something that was specifically maintained by Victor Gideon, then it's not out of the realm of possibility that that virus is happening in other places. So, like, he never actually took the antivirus, right? Like, Elpis was already used, of course, to help cleanse. My thoughts are right now with, like, Leon, right? And then there's also Sherry. Anybody else who's potentially infected that may still be lurking about, it's a little unclear. But my immediate thought was those two, as well as Emily, assuming that she's actually still out here. But I don't think that she's technically, well, she does have it though, actually. So that's three, right? So like my immediate count, there's still like two more vials if you're trying to like put it into like a very specific narrative focus. But again, there's still so many questions. So Zeno's power, his abilities, are something that we've familiarly seen, but the problem is of the where has it come from, because like I think that's still another question that kind of goes a little unanswered, because his immediate desire for Elpis completely being unaware of what it is due to Victor Gideon's research and his also unknowing of what Elpis really was, you know, it was supposed to be something that transcends that of the T virus, but in fact it's an antivirus. So it's actually a cure. Now, I think that realistically, them coming up with a cure for the T virus is an excellent way to kind of start preventing the measures that are put into perspective for Umbrella and all the things that they've been doing. However, at the same time, there's still so many moments where there's people that have been former researchers and people who've worked at Umbrella. There's also Neo Umbrella and Blue Umbrella, not to mention that there's also Tricell. So there's actually so many viral research facilities that could be potentially messing with the progenitor virus, the T virus, and the G virus to certain degrees that we can't really figure out, that actually continue to speak on like a larger scale about what's really happening in the back end of it all. So that's kind of the biggest challenge is how much there actually is ongoing in the universe. And of course, there's a lot of other unanswered questions that we're still trying to figure out from other previous iterations too, right? Like the stuff with the, like from Resident Evil Village as well as from 7. And also there is the amber that was missing from Resident Evil 4. We have no idea what happens to that. There's also a massive gap difference of time between the events of Resident Evil Village into this game as well. So there's actually a lot of things that can't be covered in between to really give us a further idea behind what's happening across the whole world of this, right? So there's just so many questions. But that being said, though, this game was absolutely just phenomenal. Absolutely stellar, incredible experience. I really can't believe that we had the pleasure of playing this game. What a masterpiece game. Easiest 10 out of 10 that I can put into perspective. I can't even lie to you. So I loved this game. Absolutely. Ooh, post. Maybe we'll get some credit.
And Sherry's okay? Oh, good. I'm so glad. Emily, yeah, she's doing great. I'm actually teaching her how to read.
Grace. Grace. Where's that report?
Sorry. Leon, gotta go. Catch up soon.
Oh, look at Emily. Wait. Did you see that? Emily got cured by Emily's eyes were not. SAA.
Remaining BSAA forces have been neutralized. Retrieving the objective before they send in the wolves.
Huh. Hey, 14 hours makes a lot of sense to me, honestly. The wolves. Those looked like huntspeople. So there is still a hunt for BSAA. That's not good. Unlocked insanity mode. Oh, what? There's no way though, right? Like, what content and bonuses behind the scenes video register report. Following now available in bonuses, special content, models and art. Weapons and costumes were added. Their jackets, tactical light for the alligator snapper. Completed all these cool challenges, which is cool. Okay. There's a report. Where is that at? It's a bonuses Grace's report. The truth behind Raccoon City. Introduction. In 1988, Raccoon City was devastated by a massive outbreak caused by a viral leak from the pharmaceutical giant Umbrella. The United States government responded by launching a missile strike to wipe out the infected and erected a blockade to seal off the city. In 2004, following a court trial, the Umbrella Corporation declared bankruptcy. A complete account of the events was never released. However, in October 2026, it was discovered that the city had been used as a hub for the production and trafficking of bioweapons. This report reveals that the established narrative of the Raccoon City incident was falsified and elucidates newly discovered truths surrounding the incident. 1968. This is the founding date. To properly understand the truth, we must first go back to the beginning of it all. In 1968, Oswald E. Spencer, James Marcus, and Edward Ashford founded the Umbrella Corporation. Having witnessed the horrors of the Second World War and the dread of the Cold War, Spencer felt a sense of despair at watching the world repeat the same mistakes. He felt it was his duty to bring about a change to humanity. As stated in court records following the Raccoon City incident, his ultimate goal was to bring about the viral evolution of the human race. Thus, he relentlessly pursued virus research through illegal and inhumane means. This fact remains unchanged. 1970s. From the very beginning of Umbrella, the company faced rapid change and intense internal strife, most notably the sharp ideological divide between Spencer and Marcus. According to court reports, this conflict was cited as the primary factor leading to the unusual developments which followed. In 1978, James Marcus developed the T virus, which would go on to become the cause of the subsequent outbreak. 1980s. This is a crucial period for understanding the basis of what caused the incident and the truth behind the entire case. Spencer's influence and ARC's reestablishment. Spencer used internal politics to have Marcus demoted, absorbing T-virus research into a facility under his own control. From then on, Umbrella began to actively research and develop bioweapons under Spencer's leadership. The underground facility known as ARC, which was discovered during recent events, originally served as the administrative center of Umbrella's research. Several documents outlining Spencer's plan for ARC have also been discovered. Excerpt from confiscated records. Long-term strategic review 1980-0422 ARC-centric integrated research roadmap. Step 1. Concentrated investment into Wesker's plan and the T-virus. Step 2. Establishment of ARC as a central command center. Step 3. Development of Elpis. Step 4. Memory transfer and forced evolution. This is the first recorded instance of a significant keyword, Elpis. The connections involvement. The following documents regarding Marcus's involvement were also discovered. Excerpt from confiscated records, receipt of donation 1986-0138. Recipient James Marcus. Sender F Foundation. Amount $30 million. This document shows a suspicious flow of funds being channeled to Marcus. Past FBI investigations revealed that the source of the funds, the F Foundation, was just one of the puppet organizations of the Connections. The F Foundation no longer exists. The Connections is a criminal organization that various government agencies have been sounding the alarm against for years. This illicit group is at the heart of all of this. Evidence suggests that the Connections sought involvement with Umbrella's central operations. Additional documents belonging to the protege of Marcus, Brandon Bailey, have been uncovered. Excerpt from the confiscated records, Telegraph Log 1988-0996. Sender Brandon Bailey, recipient the F Foundation. Preparations are complete. I think it's time they made contact with me directly, don't you? I await a response. This indicates that Bailey took over correspondence with the Connections, succeeding Marcus. Bailey was rumored to be the founder of the Connections, but he may have only been a small cog in the larger machine. We now believe that Connections has had deep roots in the criminal underworld since before the 1980s. Much about the Connections remains unknown. Spencer's purge. In order for Spencer to obtain complete control over Umbrella, he used force to deal with any internal opposition and influential adversaries. A list of these individuals, seemingly prepared by an associate of Spencer's, was recently discovered. Excerpt from confiscated records, reevaluation list. Following the CEO's reevaluation protocol, measures will be taken against these individuals: Cheryl Moore, Michael Kramer, and James Marcus, and omitted. 1990s. During this period, Umbrella continued to grow and expand through ties with the government. The organization became so large that Spencer could no longer fully control it. Numerous accidents plagued Umbrella's facilities around the world as a result of poor management. Furthermore, information was being leaked to rival organizations and the Connections due to the moles who had infiltrated the company. Yet, despite the circumstances, Spencer was able to thoroughly protect and complete his research at ARC, the research Elpis. While most records regarding Elpis were lost with the destruction of ARC, a precious few remain. Excerpt from confiscated records, Spencer's message 1990, data missing. Tricell, HCF, the family, and the Umbrella. Elpis shall bring it all to an end. Data corrupted. The only information leaked about Elpis was that it had the potential to upset the military balance of the entire world. However, a strictly managed password known only to Spencer was needed to access it. What is Elpis? Elpis is a powerful antiviral drug. However, this was unknown to those who sought it. The Connections and other black market groups mistakenly thought it to be a powerful bioweapon with the potential to control human minds. This confusion likely stemmed from the fierce competition surrounding bioweapon development. It was common knowledge that Spencer, the developer of Elpis, aimed for the evolution and control of humanity through viral technology. The completion of Elpis. Based on data taken from the confiscated records and changes in Spencer's behavior, we believe Elpis was completed around the mid-1990s. After this period, the records show a marked decrease in the number of public statements from Spencer. A similar decrease in activity was also observed at the Raccoon City orphanage. Disturbingly, it is suspected that the children at the orphanage had long been used for Umbrella experimentation. While Spencer frequently visited the orphanage, records indicate that he stopped in the 1990s. Furthermore, the orphanage was under the research jurisdiction of William Birkin in the late 90s. Birkin turned against Spencer, ultimately leading to the leak of the T-virus. And then there's 1988, the Raccoon City incident. The T-virus leaked from the Umbrella research facility in Raccoon City, causing an unprecedented outbreak. In response, the government decided to launch a missile strike on the city under the pretense of containing the spread. However, this is where we have been misled. The missile strike was not launched to prevent the spread of infection. A plan was formed to disrupt the relationship between the government and Umbrella and shift the blame for all illegal activities onto Spencer. Found records indicate that the connections lobbied for the missile strike. Excerpts from confiscated records, access log, first assembly minutes. ARC has been secured. Commence the missile strike. The blame will fall solely on Spencer. With this, Umbrella will be dismantled and will seize their assets. Their goal was the acquisition of Umbrella assets, particularly the thing that they believed would disrupt the world's military balance, Elpis. Due to Bailey's involvement, the connections were aware of Umbrella's inner workings prior to the Raccoon City incident. This set them up to swiftly secure ARC before instructing the government to carry out the missile strike. After the Raccoon City incident, the Umbrella trials. As is well known, trials were held after the events of the Raccoon City incident. Testimony from Raccoon City survivors, along with evidence submitted by the Global Pharmaceutical Consortium, demonstrated the scope of Umbrella's nefarious activities. Evidence against Spencer was presented at the trials by his subordinate Albert Wesker. It is now evident that Wesker was linked to Tricell, which in turn had strong ties to the connections. Therefore, it is highly likely there was pressure from the government and the connections during the trials. In 2004, following the outcome of the trials, Umbrella was forced into bankruptcy. Just as the connections and the government intended, Oswald E. Spencer was held accountable as CEO and he disappeared from the public eye. Acquisition of ARC. The connections and the government seized ARC during the Raccoon City incident. Thereafter, ARC served as a base for the research, development, and distribution of bioweapons. Documents believed to be transaction lists have also been seized. These list Umbrella's competitors, along with organizations that were previously found guilty of illegal activity. Unfortunately, most evidence was lost with the collapse of ARC. Recovery efforts continue, but success is unlikely. The proliferation of bioterrorism. Following the Raccoon City incident, weaponized viruses developed by Umbrella were leaked. Subsequently, instances of bioterrorism utilizing this technology spread around the globe. In 2013, President Adam Benford was assassinated in a bioterrorist attack. Intelligence agencies report that the president wished to reveal the full truth of the Raccoon City incident. It is possible that President Benford was privy to the facts revealed in this report. Spencer's final years. Remaining records about Spencer after the dissolution of Umbrella are scarce, but a new source of information has recently come to light. An interview conducted by Alyssa Ashcroft. Despite being responsible for countless atrocities, Spencer showed some signs of remorse in this interview. Having lost everything, he sought atonement. While Elpis is a powerful instrument that can render viral weapons inert, it also has the potential as a panacea to be used for good. It's possible that Spencer's true motivations behind Elpis were peace and redemption. While he remained obsessed with the evolution of humanity throughout his later years, most testimonies describe him as nothing but a senile old man. Spencer died in 2006 at his secluded estate. His true intentions behind developing Elpis will forever remain unknown. Conclusion. As we can see from the records, the Umbrella Corporation's liquidation was intentionally orchestrated by the connections and the US government. Furthermore, they were involved in the illegal development and trafficking of bioweapons in Raccoon City. The extent to which past and present governments were involved requires further investigation. Much about the connections remains shrouded in mystery, and most records of their involvement were destroyed alongside ARC. Countless lives have been lost. As government officials, we have a duty to pursue the truth. If anything, Finding it will finally offer some closure to everyone who fell victim to those heinous actions. FBI intelligence analyst Grace Ashcroft. Wow. So her report actually gives you like a major synopsis about all of the events that have kind of transpired between with the involvement of Raccoon City with what we had occur with Ark. But the craziest part about all of this is that the connections are involved and their purpose is in fact still unknown. That's actually the scariest part about all of this, because to think that Umbrella this entire time has been a pharmaceutical company in kind of like hindsight for being able to create viral research for the viruses that they've had over the course of their longevity, the bankruptcy doesn't actually stop any progression note of them being able to continue to take their research around the world, because other masses have actually, especially their competitors as well, have decided to take the base model concept of the T virus and excel it further, especially because his research has always been put under the precipice of being used to control minds. Now, with the T virus mutation at hand during Victor Gideon's time with the research, he was able to actually create the T virus, but also with the inclusion of allowing those who were under the effects of the virus to retain their memories, at least in part. The research wasn't perfect, but it was a step in a direction that actually enabled it. It's a little unclear if that research or any of that information went outward beyond that of which we had encountered with him in here, but it's not out of the realm of possibility that during the time that Ark was literally hidden under plain sight of the Raccoon City like ruins, that there's other companies that are still working on their own variations of the T virus, but also still trying to spread it around the world to ensure some type of domination around the world, right? So being able to sell that virus and create bioweapons is going to be a constant. It's not anywhere near close to the realm of possibility that we're going to be able to figure out exactly who or what the connection is or their involvement, but we do understand that there is still a lot of things that leave for unanswered questions. So we're only going to find out more and more the further that we go into it. So I do expect them to at least fill the gap between the events of 2013 when the chrysalid virus outbreak happened in China and where we are here now with the T virus. However, I think that it's also going to be used as a kind of like a continuity answer, because the research that's being procured through that was made by Tricell versus Umbrella. But we also had to deal with the fact that Neo Umbrella was also a conduit in that process as well. So there's not a definitive answer as to what exactly they're going to do to explain the story, but I'm under the impression that because of the T virus research becoming the actual, apex of design, and that Elpis was conceptually a cure, it's actually possible that that there could be other solutions to that as well. Now, I don't expect them to mass produce Elpis as a way to actually resolve everything, but I do expect them to figure out, especially after the destruction of Ark, that there are other ones elsewhere. Whether that research is being done as well internationally is also up for desire, because fingers crossed that since we know what Elpis is, if there was any chance that there's another facility that contains anything like this there, then there still may be more answers to the cure that we may have had able to continue through and through, right? So it's a little unsure, but the lore continues to deepen and deepen, so we shall see. That's gonna be it for me, honestly. I still can't believe that this is the direction that we're going in. So moving forward, we don't have an immediate answer to what's next for Grace or Emily or Leon, right? The real challenge now is going to come into the design and concept of the connections, understanding anything that we can about them. The exposure of the connections is very minimal, and I don't know if there's going to be any opportunity to really disclose that unless there is another research attempt in terms of the T virus or any virus for that report that actually does bring some light into their sense of operations, because it's very clear that for them being a crime syndicate, working on bioweapon terrorism is something that is going to really need to be remained in secrecy for as much as possible before it actually has kind of light. But I don't expect them to be able to provide any of that considering the operations that we've been seeing over the course of time. But again, there's still a lot of questions that I just don't have answers for, and I don't think that anybody else does either. But I do think that we will see that moving forward. So my thought process is, for Grace for now, I think that she's going to probably take an enjoyable break between now and the next time we may encounter her. I think that Leon will... There should be a moment in time between the incident in China and this incident here that will at least explain where Leon has been, because it's been such a long time in terms of the series of events that have encountered during all of that. So the last time that we had any opportunity to see Leon in action was Death Island, but that was also like 11 years ago, I think, right? So there's a 10-year gap between things that have been occurring from then and now. And that does not include all the things that happened in Louisiana with the family. So there's still so many things that I have no idea about. And I am still under the impression that there is some type of elimination hunt, if you will, for the BSAA. It's still unclear their involvement, but it's also very clear that there's still some type of witch hunt ongoing. For what reason is still a little unclear. But we do understand who at least may be involved, and so I think a lot of that will also start to kind of proceed itself through, right? Because mercenaries are kind of just all over the place doing their thing, so we'll see. And then as for Tricell, I mean, they are a step in a direction of creating a virus that is on the same pathway, I want to say, as Victor Gideon's. But I think that will be something that has to be further explained as well, because Wesker no longer being part of the picture but still having his hand in Tricell, but also the confirmation that he's not the only Wesker, it kind of like adds onto it as well. So there's still so many things that we don't know the answers to, but also people are still messing around with viruses and trying to experiment with different creatures and bioorganic like testing to kind of continue to enhance that experience, right? So, and also not to mention, we still don't know anything about the Victor Gideon, like the T Gideon virus is still completely in mystery as well. We don't know what that virus was or where it came from or how it came to be. We just know that it works instantaneously, and it also has the black markings, and not to mention that it was directly targeting people that had survived the incident. So who knows? But until then, thank you so much for watching and tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this entire experience. I know that I have. Again, a stellar masterpiece of an experience for my personal intake into this game. I loved it. I also want to go back into the game and actually look into the reporting, because we missed a lot of things, but also I think at the same time there's probably a lot of hidden details located throughout the entirety of the game that has gone unnoticed, especially because there were, that hourglass that we had was like a piece of a thing that we never had anything for. I also feel like that there's something in the care center that needs to be further looked into, so we'll find an opportunity to do that ourselves, and then we'll try and take it from there. But again, I think that there's just so much that we can continue to uncover. So there's that as well. An intense gameplay experience only for those who are here. Okay. I'm not sure if I'll get into it, but I may I'll look into it in the future. So thank you again for watching and for tuning in. As always, I'll see you in the next one. So take care.